That's fine. I don't really need it. Um, I don't really mind the worn look, like it's been lived in. He's like, that's fine. Clothes should be durable, especially like a hoodie, like outerwear. I'm getting off topic. I'm getting way off topic. Um, where was I? So there's just so much to learn. Makeup, nails, hair, um, things that are like specific to trans people and things that are specific to trans women. Um, those are things you just kind of have to learn and like dive into the community and ask questions or observe other people asking questions. Um, and it was kind of overwhelming. And I was like, how am I supposed to do all of this? Um, voice training too. I mean, I've definitely been slacking, obviously. I'm sure you can tell. Um, that one's really hard for me. That one's extremely hard because I hate listening to myself and just like part of this is that I kind of need an excuse to talk to do said voice training. Because I don't like um just talking and like not like the only thing is that I'm listening to my voice. Like at least with this, like sure I obviously hear my voice because I have like ears that can hear. Um, but I'm not really focusing on it. In voice training, like, it's like that's kind of the whole point is you're focusing on it, and it's just not. It's like in the beginning, so it's like of course it's not going to be anything close to what I want. Um, and it's just like, oof, like especially because I don't know, maybe like I have like hereditary depression or something. I definitely have like mental illness or mental neurodivergence in my family, that's for sure. Um, I'm definitely neurodivergent in one way or another because, I mean, I was diagnosed with ADD, but that's a defunct um, term, um, I think. So, what I am like in current day things, I don't know. And honestly, with all of the autism scare that's happening, I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait um, before I look for any medical diagnosis because just knowing that I am okay with who I am and I don't need to fit neurotypical standards is enough for me. I don't need another diagnosis, you know? Um, I know who I am, and that's the closest to the truth that anyone can get, really. Because only I know how my brain works, and I barely know that. So how is someone else supposed to really know? Um, but I think after that, I mean, because it's kind of hard to say there was a phase after that, because it's kind of like it's still ongoing, like this overwhelmingness. Um, it still affects me like all the time. Um, So it's hard to say that it's even a new phase at this point, but it's kind of like it's like a part two. I want to say. I want to say because I feel like I do have more confidence now. Um like in that in part 1 of the after honeymoon phase, um like I didn't want to go outside like at all. And if I did, it was boy mode. Um cuz and of course, it was like black hoodie, gray pants, um slouching, uh trying to be as invisible as possible. Um And if I was out in public, it was usually with my mom, who's been very supportive during this whole time. Um, and I don't know if I could have done this without her, to be honest. Um, but now I can actually like dress femme and go out. First, it was only if I was like going in a place and it was like mostly travel. So say like the the two real things was going to the doctor because most of it was like traveling. Like if I'm on the bus, then I can kind of like blend in, like I'm just kind of part of it. Um, especially kind of embarrassing, but like those early days, which right now was like months ago, so it's like it wasn't that long ago. Oh, I might. What happened? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This webcam is not the most expensive. It's actually one of the least expensive, probably. Um, so yeah, but um, in the early days, I would like cake my face in makeup because I didn't have like laser hair removal, and I still don't. I'm saving up for that. But like in order to hide any like leftover stubble or whatnot, because I hate shaving. I hate shaving, and I kind of suck at it, which is part of the reason why I hate it. But I also just hate it because um it's shaving. uh, it kind of sucks because it's kind of like fighting against nature every single day. Um, but I have to do it because it sucks even more to feel like that. Um, it's just a lot of like struggles every day, and you know, maybe they're not that big, maybe they're medium size, but they're every day, and they compound on each other, and it makes it kind of difficult. And I need to blow my nose. Hello. Sorry you had to see the filter glitch. um, let's get back on topic. So yeah, I would just put a bunch of makeup on. But it gave me the confidence to actually leave the house, especially because it's like I only left the house if I really needed to. So, doctor's appointment, like, that's how I get my HRT. So, like, of course, I have to do that. Like, I had to. I think the first few doctor's appointment, I basically boy moded. Um, but then, like, after, like, a certain point, like, that's when I started, like, dressing femme in public. And it was like the first time was actually the first time was get my blood done before my appointment, and that was kind of crazy because I never done something like that before. Um, but it was it wasn't bad. Um, I guess I'm lucky to live in a city, so like majority of people, it's like seeing a trans person is not something crazy. Like, sure, we're like not like in the population, we're not that big, you know. There's not that many of us actually, you know, physically in the world. But also, like, if you live in a city, like, you know, I've been in a room of trans people in this city. Um, and we can fill a room, at least the ones who wanted to be there. um, so there's like, you know, we definitely exist here. So it's like, you know, I guess it's not really that big of a deal over here, which is nice, you know? It's like so far now, I rarely go outside, you know, so I don't have that many sample sizes, but so far, I don't think I've ever really like had any transphobia towards me or like m- honestly like any misgenderings at all. Um, I think like people will say like man and dude, but that's just like a West Coast thing, you know. It's like I don't I don't think they're doing it maliciously. I think that's just literally their vocabulary. Um, and oh, and there was this one guy. I was sitting at the bus stop, and this guy was driving over, and like it looked. I mean, maybe it wasn't, but it looked like he was like staring at me. Um, he didn't look like his face was very emotionless. I don't know. So he didn't look like he was trying to like eyeball me or whatever. But maybe he wasn't even looking at me. Maybe he's looking at like the store behind me. You know, I really don't know. But that's literally like the only like anything close to negative that I've experienced. Um, but I've also not like I purposefully kept to myself. I mean, I've always like been a homebody. Like I don't really. There's not much for me to do outside because I don't have a job. Uh, I, I'm not in school anymore. Um, maybe I'll go back, but not right now. Um, and I don't really have any money because I don't have a job. So, like, you know, going out and buying stuff is rare. And that's the other thing. Like, in the beginning, which was the thing I was talking about in the first place, uh, in the early stages, um, the only reasons I would leave my house were to go to the doctors,